Hey there again, it's Mr. Ray, and today we are going to be solving systems of quadratic equations, such as y is equal to x squared minus 2x plus 3, y is equal to negative x squared plus 4x plus 5, but we're going to do it with elimination. So what does that mean? Well, elimination is basically when you're adding the two equations together and one of the variables goes bye-bye. So what do I mean? I mean adding the two equations together like this, and one of the variables goes bye-bye. Here's what I mean exactly. Okay, so what I mean is that when we can add these together, that's elimination. So what happens here is when you add the two equations together, you're adding the y and the y to get 2y. X squared minus 2x, when you add those together, that's going to get 0, right? Negative 2x plus 4x, when you add those together, that's going to be a positive 2x, and the 3 plus the 5 is going to be a positive 8. Ooh, so we have 2y is equal to 2x plus 8. Ooh, we can divide everything by 2, that's okay. Y is equal to x plus 4. Do we have something we can work with? Is this okay? Is it okay? No, you have one equation, two variables. We want one equation, one variable. So that's not going to work, but there's something that will work here. Can you spot it? What can we do? Okay, what we can do is we can try to get rid of the y instead. That's a better idea, okay? When I do that, the way to do that is I'm going to change the sign of y by multiplying by a negative 1. Okay, the first equation stays the same. Y equal to x squared minus 2x plus 3. But the second equation, when I multiply by a negative negative y, equal to a positive x squared minus a 4x minus a 5. Because when you multiply a whole equation by negative 1, it's simply that the signs all change. Now, can we add these together? Yes, we can. And does something cancel? Yes, it does. The y's cancel. Perfect. 0 is equal to, okay, I'm going to get 2x squared minus 6x minus 2. Now I can divide by 2 if I want, or factor out a 2. I'm going to divide by 2. I'm going to get 0 is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 1. Okay, now we still want to solve. We have one variable, one equation. We can solve it. This is good. Very good. I like one equation, one variable. But I got to solve it now, right? I got to solve this. Can I factor? No. If I can't factor, we're going to use the quadratic formula. We can also complete the square, but I got that 3. That's not an even number. I don't want to complete the square when I don't have an even number. So I'm going to use the quadratic formula. Yeah, I'm going to use this formula over to your left, right, on the screen. Okay. So, but that means that I need to know what A, what B, and C are. What is A? This is always a good thing to know. A is equal to 1, B is equal to negative 3, and C is equal to negative 1. Now I can use that. I can just plug it in, right? So when I plug it in, I'm going to get this here, negative 3, because I put the B in for the B, okay? And I put the A in for the A in for the A, and so forth, okay? And the C in for the C. So when I do that, I'm going to get, what am I going to get here? I'm going to get, and I'm going to get a 3 plus or minus the square root of 9, and I'm going to get that plus 4. Okay, then I'm going to divide by 2. Ooh, this is going to give me 3 plus or minus root 13 divided by 2. Plus or minus. In other words, I could have 3 plus root 13 divided by 2, or 3 minus root 13, divided by 2. That's what x is going to equal. Okay? Wait, Mr. Ray. Hold on. this is good, but we need to get y. Well, we do have y. When we looked at that, when we added those first two equations, we've got y is equal to x plus 4. We can simply use that, right? We can simply use that. So when we add a 4, what are we doing? We get these, okay? We get these. So we get y equal to, in that's 11 plus root 13 divided by 2, because the 4 is 8 over 2. The 4 is 8 over 2, which turns into an 11 in the numerator. Y equal to 11 plus root 13 over 2. Y equal to 11 minus root 13 over 2. Y is equal to 11 minus root 13 over 2. That's simply it, okay? And then we have these two x's and these two y's. Ooh, ouch. Kind of messy, isn't it? So, okay, let me give you a few more examples, okay? But I want to show you this example because sometimes you have to use the quadratic formula. Not a lot of answers actually work out nice and even to nice little, cute little integers, okay? We got to use that quadratic formula often actually in math. We got to know it. We got to know when to use it, and this is when to use it, okay? But let me show you another example. Okay, next example, here we have y equal to x squared plus x plus 2, y equal to negative x squared plus 5x plus 2. Now, we want to use elimination, right? And what we just learned is that if we make one of the y's negative, then we have something to work with, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the first one negative, change it up a bit. If I do that, I multiply everything by negative 1, I'm going to have negative y is equal to negative x squared minus x minus 2. The second equation was not changed. Y is still equal to negative x squared plus 5x plus 2. Okay. Now, I'm going to do what I need to do for elimination is add the two together. The y's cancel. Voila. I have 0 is equal to negative 2x squared plus 4x. Great. Now, what I need to do here is I need to divide. Don't divide by x, but you could factor out, right? So if we factor out, I could divide by a 2 if I wanted, or a negative 2. If I divide everything by negative 2, I'm still going to have 0. I'm going to have x squared, positive x squared, and I'm going to have a minus 2x. Do not divide out the variable, okay? So 0 is still equal to, I can factor out an x. X times x minus 2, that gives me x equal to 0, x equal to 2. Voila. And I don't know why I'm saying voila. If x is equal to 0 and I put it in to either equation, right? If x is equal to 0, I'm going to get 2. Voila. I don't know why I'm saying voila, but that's okay. What if x is equal to 2? If x is equal to 2, I'm going to get in the second one y equal to a negative 4. 2 times 2 is 4, but the negative is negative 4. And 5 times 2 is 10. And we're going to get a 2. And so what do we get here? We get y is equal to, that's right, we get y is equal to 8. So we got a 2 and an 8. 0, 2. So look at 0, 2, 2, 8 in point form. Voila. And how did we do that? Well, we multiplied one of the equations by negative 1. We added, and the idea here is that when you add, one variable goes away, so you have one equation, one variable. Say it together with me. One equation, one variable is your goal, okay? Great. Okay, next one. Y equal to x squared plus 3x plus 1. Y equal to negative x squared plus 7x plus 1. Try this on your own. It's better that you try some of these on your own, really. And then check back to see if you get the right answer with my guidance. So go ahead and do that. Pause the video. I'll be right here. Hey, welcome back. Did you miss me? I'm just joking. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to multiply one of these by negative 1. And again, it looks like it might be a little bit easier to multiply the first equation by negative 1. That changes the sign. That's going to give me, of course, negative y equal to negative x squared minus 3x minus 1. Do I have to necessarily multiply by multiplying by negative 1? The second equation, y is equal to negative x squared plus 7x plus 1. Okay, now we're going to add. And when we add, we get a 0, because negative y plus y is 0, equal to negative 2x squared plus 4x. Now, looks very similar, right? We're going to divide by negative 2. When we divide everything by negative 2, we're still going to have 0. But we're going to have an x squared. We're going to have minus 2x. Again, we're going to have 0 is equal to x times x minus 2. Did you get to this point? Okay, great. You're going to have 2 points. 0 for x and 2 for x, because that's when this is equal to 0. Now, you're just simply going to put that into either equation. When I put it into this one, I get 0 plus 0, and then I get that 1. So 0, 1 is a point. Now, when I put the 2 into this equation, into what equation? Into this equation right here. Okay, when I put that 2 in, I'm going to get y equal to negative 4 plus a 14 plus a 1. Ooh, y is equal to 11. 2, 11. So what are my points? My points are 0, 1, and 2, 11. Is that what you got? Great. Now, basically what you're doing is you're making y negative and adding, okay? But sometimes things don't always work out. Sometimes things don't always work out, okay? Hint, hint, something might be coming up here. Let's check it out. Okay, hey, welcome back. This is a different problem. Now we can approach this a couple different ways. Can you see one way right away that we can get one variable, one equation? What can we do right away? Because this is set up a little bit different. That's right. What we can do right away is we can just add them together right now. Because all the x's cancel when we add. We get 2y is equal to 6. Y is equal to 3. Voila. And I don't know why I'm saying voila a lot, but that's okay. So y is equal to 3. Now, if that's the case, we're going to plug it into one of the equations. How about we plug it into the second equation? 3 is equal to negative x squared plus 1. Okay. Now, I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. That's the same thing as saying 2 is equal to negative x squared. That's also negative 2 is equal to x squared. Oh, no. Oh, no. Because the oh, no is that if we square root to get rid of the square, we can't square a negative number. Ooh, well, maybe we did something wrong. Let's try it in the first equation. 3 is equal to x squared plus 5. Subtract, ooh, we get negative 2 still is equal to x squared. Yeah, okay, well, let's try this a different way. Let's try it all the ways that I've shown you how to try it. You have y equal to x squared plus 5, and you have y equal to negative x squared plus 1. Why don't we make a negative y, just like I was saying? Why? Let's be consistent with my instruction. So that would give you negative y equal to negative x squared minus 5. And the second equation would be the same. Y is equal to negative x squared plus 1. Let's add these together, because so far nothing seems to work. So we get 0 equal to negative 2x squared minus, looks like a minus 4, right? Okay. So we get 4, add 4, we get 4 equal to negative 2. Ooh, same thing. We get negative 2 is equal to x squared, and we don't have no solution. Why is there no solution? Why is there no solution? There is no, let's be clear, there's no solution to this. But why? Why? Because we have a negative number equal to a variable squared. We can't square a number and get a negative. Not yet. Not yet in math. This is an imaginary solution, but it's not a real solution. So no, we can say in math, you're going to say no real solution. Okay? No real. Okay? Good. Now, again, my name is Mr. Ray, and if you need any help, leave me a comment about any problem that you're having, and I'll help as much as I can. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll do my best to put out as many videos as I can regarding what you guys are having challenges with. But I need to know your challenges, so please leave me a comment. Thank you.